Well, Gary, where do we start with that one?
No, I think what we need to do is praise the players for getting a point today, because if we're being honest, we weren't. I would say that the Livingston probably edged the first 55-60 minutes, albeit their only goal was for a penalty. The second half we didn't start right. We spoke to the players at half time, and for whatever reason it wasn't working, and we just made radical changes, really 3 subs at once, which I wouldn't normally do, changed the shape of the team, and it seemed to get, that was about the stage where we took control of the game. 2 outstanding goals, for Andy and Dale, and you're just saying, right, use your heads now. Alright, it's not been our day, but we're in front, just use your heads. But we gave away too many silly free kicks, and they got their goal. But if I'm being honest, I don't think we deserve more than a point today, albeit I think it's a very good point.
You'd have taken a point before the game, probably.
I probably would have. I'd have took a point 1-0 down at half time, and I'd have definitely took a point at 60 minutes before we made the changes. So I've got to be happy with that. And as I said to the players there, we can't play well every game, and sometimes when you're not your best, you've got to grind points out, and I think we've done that today. I think we were on top for about 25 minutes, and we've managed to get a draw. So well done to Livingston. I thought they play a different system than you come up against. They're very efficient at how they play, and we found it difficult. Although we thought we had done enough homework about them, we found it difficult. And they'll probably feel a bit aggrieved that they've only got a point. And I think for us, we'll struggle to get a better point all season.
Did you say it kind of turned when you made those 3 changes?
Yeah, Dale, very unfortunate not to play, comes on and scores. Andy, the system we've been playing, very difficult to fit him in, but we went to a more natural 4-4-2 and he scored a great goal. And James, we put him on probably unfairly in front of young Connor, but we just thought that James signing for a club would have a wee boost, a wee bit of adrenaline today, and it would maybe get a lift for that. And you could see that he's got the touches in that there. Yes, a couple of times he gave the ball away in areas we maybe don't want him to, but I think when we get him a bit fitter, he's going to be an important player for us. But we try and stress to the players it's a squad game, and some weeks they're going to be disappointed that they're not playing, and that we need the subs to come on and make an impact. And I don't think anybody here today could say that the 3 subs never made an impact and changed the game in our favour.
You talked here about James signing. Obviously it's quite a big signing for Queen of the South.
It is a big signing, but I don't want to put too much pressure on him, and he can handle the pressure. But what I mean by that is he's trained non-stop with us for 2 months, but he's not had any games in that sort of time, apart from a little bit of pre-season. So that 30 minutes was probably too much for him today. We need to try and get a couple of friendly games arranged to get him some minutes, gradually introduce him into games like that. But he is, I think he'll be valuable, definitely on the pitch, but off the pitch in the 2 months that he's been really good. He's known as a coach, but just naturally he pulls people like Conor Murray, Ross Ferguson to the side and gives them wee pointers and stuff, and I think that's invaluable. And to be fair, all senior players do that. John's the same when he does with the young midfielders. Dobes is always, Dobes takes the crossing and finishing practices for us, so he's always passing things on, and Dale's always passing on words of wisdom as well. So I think you will have got 4 if you want over 30s at the club, but I think they're perfect examples of what you want at your club, and they pass on a lot of information to the rest of the team.
Obviously that you're going to tap into that side from James, but what else can he bring to?
No, I think he can play wide in a 4, he can play up front, he can play in the hole, albeit Dobes is doing fantastic in there just now. But if Dobes isn't there for whatever reason, or I want to play him further forward, he gives us another option there. So he's a very versatile player, and people won't know that. He can also fill in at left back. He's played numerous games at left back, albeit he's better going forward. So I just think the chance was there. Again, grateful when I say this, very grateful for the club finding the money. They found the money to bring Jason and Chris Kane in, and they've came up trumps getting the money for James. And on that though, James isn't getting the sort of money that people will be expecting him to get. He's came here to try and play. It's a short-term deal to January to see if it suits both parties. I probably wouldn't have put him on today. I just thought we were struggling a bit, and I just thought we needed something, and I just thought he'd have a bit of adrenaline in that first game. Albeit, he never scored, and it was Andy and Dale that scored. So they'll take confidence for that. And again, these lads have given me questions for next week, the same as the lads that I didn't play that played against Berwick last week. They were unfortunate not to start. But on that, just a special mention, I thought Jack was different class today. Alan Martin had a sickness bug, hasn't been in Thursday, Friday, but he agreed to come and sit on the bench for me today as a bit of cover. I didn't really have any qualms about playing Jack, because I can see in training he's getting better and better, and I said this to I'm all for young lads going in, but I think pressure wise this was probably his biggest game against Brecon. It's unexpected, you don't get time to think, against Airdrie and Berwick, he's probably thinking that we'd have most of the ball, so he's, you know, we're hoping that he's not going to have a lot to do in those games. But today, knowing that he was playing yesterday, thinking that he's probably going to be busiest that he's been, I thought he was different class. He made 2 or 3 really good stops. Everything else we'd expect him to do, but the 2 or 3 saves that he done really well, and he should be proud of his performance. You know, to think that we've played 11 competitive games and Jack's played in 4 of them now, he should be really pleased with his progress.
You talked here as well about the game next week. It's been 2 games on the road so far, so back home next week.
No, it'll be good to get back, you know, and hopefully the fans will turn out and see that we've started the season quite well, and we maybe get a few extra people through to just see, to try and back the players, you know, and hopefully we do. I've said that before, I feel the team spirit's proper now at the club. I feel the team are really together. I think it's vitally important we try and get the fans to connect with the club, you know. It's but you can only do that with good performances and results, you know. Football costs a lot of money to come, and if we're not producing the goods, people haven't got to spend their hard-earned money. So we get that, but now we've started all right, and it'd be good if the fans could come along and support the players, because you know, I think that what they've done in recent games, you know, they deserve to be supported for the fans. And then when the fans do come through the gates, it's up to the players to put on performances that keeps the fans coming back. And if you don't put performances on, and you don't keep winning or getting results, I wouldn't spend my hard-earned money to come and watch neither. So that's a pressure that we've got to try and get the fans through the gates. And once we get them through, we need to get everybody fighting for the same cause, you know, because we have made a steady start to the league. You know, I'd have took that, you know, 5 games in, we're on 10 points. Brian Robson used to say if you want to win the league, you have to average 2 points a game. So just now we're averaging 2 points a game, so long may that continue. But I think a lot of people will find it difficult to come here. The way they play, they're very good at it, you know, they get forward early. And I didn't mean that they just bang it forward, but they didn't waste time, they get forward early, they're up and setting balls, they're a very fit team. And I think a lot of people will get a surprise when they come to play here. So I'm grateful that, not grateful, I'm happy with the point, because I didn't think we were at our best today. And when you only play maybe a third of the match and you still got a point, you've got to be happy.